Hey guys, we're back. We're going to do a video about how to do routing in the new Soundcraft Expression console. So what we need to know before we start this is there is actually two stages for your routing in this console. So what we have as we get down here and look is to the right over here, we have the input section. That is everything that's coming in to the console through the preamps, and that's something we don't generally need to adjust in our permanent install situation, but we'll show you what goes on in here. And the second half of the console's routing is done in the fader setup. So the first half will be the inputs. So we touch inputs, and we come over here, and we can see that under this general inputs we have input name, media, and then we have where it's patched to. So that is basically set. When I come in here to media, I can click it and rename it, or I can come down here to the patch, and that allows me to go through and change exactly where that is patched into as far as the line in on the back of the console. So 1 through 32 actually correspond to the mic inputs that are on the back of the console. And then we've got the line in 1, 2, 3, and 4, which are being used currently for our inserts, so we don't use those for that. And then we keep scrolling, and we get to the stage box, which is placed underneath the console and run via this Cat5 cable with the expansion card. The stage box goes 1 through 32 as well, giving us a total of 64 inputs to pull from. So that's what we can see. And to select one, you literally just touch the selection you want to use as that input. So we'll back out of this. So right now we have everything set up, we've got it named, and it corresponds with what is in the back as as our snake does the split between front of house and monitor world. So we've got that split that happens back there. So everything is labeled appropriately, so you can see media is right there. You've got kick 2 and kick 1, and you'll see that they correspond with mic 1, mic 2, and so if I come down here to the end of the console, as I go through them, they will follow along with what input is corresponding to what channel. But this is one we want to stay away from, because kick 2 technically comes in on channel 2 right here, kick 1 is right here, 2, you got your snare drums here, and then we keep going down just like the monitor console. So let's not use this. What we'll do is get menu and get out of there, and then we'll come in here and we'll use the fader setup. That's what we've been using, and this is literally the second, basically the second tier to that. So what we can do is take those inputs and assign them anywhere on the board. This is the important one. This is what is actually going to change the way our board looks and is laid out. So the fader selection, we can come in here, and if I want to take this fader on channel 25, I come in here and I select it, and I see that the fader has changed. It's assigned as horn 4. If I push 26 next to it, you'll see it change, and you can see the mono input that's assigned to it right there beside popping up as we go down the row. And so I'm back on channel 25. Now we can grab the wheel beside this and scroll down to what input we want to use. So I go to the input and zoom in so you guys can see that. So we've got those mono inputs, and I can literally scroll through all of those inputs that I've already selected and make that fader do anything else. And so I can pull up these channels to do whatever I want. So if I want fader number 25 to be a kick drum, I can come in here and put a kick drum on it, or a snare drum, or whatever. because we've already set the inputs, these names all show up, and it's very easy to select what that fader should be. So let's say I assign it to Tom 3. So now when I click this, you will see that the fader will move to whatever the Tom 3 level is, and everything follows along. All of the EQ settings, all of the compression, everything follows completely along on that channel now. So we'll go back and we will reset it back to the horn mic that it used to be. So I come in here, I select the, get this in focus, I select the mono input section, and I simply scroll down till I find horn 4 and highlight it, and then we click in the jog wheel, and that is now assigned back to horn 4 on that fader. Now we didn't adjust any of the inputs. All of the inputs are run back here. That wasn't touched. It was simply assigning where that fader comes out on the console. So this is how you route this console. Remember, there's two stages. There's inputs and there is the faders. So we could actually remove faders without removing inputs on the board. But it does save all of the settings associated with that input. It's just where the hardware is going to control it down here that makes the difference.